Hello guys, I'm Ravenshield aka Sigmund from Building Helpers. This is the second video in a series of tutorials where I'll be showing you how to make and work on projects like this farmstead. In this video, we'll start by building the house, primarily focusing on getting the walls and the front door up. From the last tutorial, we now have a rough overview of our building site. I'll copy the base brick and adjust it to absolute measurements and align it to whirl axes by selecting the 1/5 grid and dragging the brick. It's smart to keep the sizes absolute so we don't have any uneven bricks in the end. As you can see, I have colored my bricks gray as the fundament and the walls for the house will be concrete or stone later on. We'll create our wall in sections, one side at a time. In the end, all the walls are the same anyway, so we'll just duplicate them over. That saves us for a lot of work. I choose to create the whole length of the wall as a layer of bricks first, before duplicating them upwards and giving each layer an offset to make a more realistic and nice look. Now that we have our wall, we can simply duplicate it over to the other side. We can also rotate it 90 degrees to get the shorter walls and just cut off the overflowing bricks. We'll duplicate the shorter wall once and move it into place. Now that the walls are up, we can start carving out the hole for the front door. If you don't need to be able to walk through the door, you can eventually skip this step. I'm using iMeasure to find the approximate center by looking at the blue handle emitted by the resize tool. I'll just quickly create another layer of stones for later use. And adjust the entrance to better fit our character's height. It is sometimes hard to figure out how to get started on an arch. I find just trying and failing to be the best option. I chose to make the bottom part longer than the arching parts. I am taking advantage of Command Utilities tool Select Edge. Select the tool, then press Alt and click on the edge you wish to select, then rotate your brick around it. Now that we have half of the arch, we'll simply duplicate it and flip it 90 degrees. We'll then move it into place and make sure the top bricks are connected. I'm also selecting various of the bricks to make sure we don't get any overlapping or flickering. Our arch is now done. We'll color it and move it into place. We'll duplicate it and make the duplicate slightly outside our original arch and slightly smaller than our original arch. We'll color this a lighter color to use the original arch as an outline. We'll get back to how to make the door in a few tutorials. Let's just do the final edits and move the bricks into place and fill in the holes. We'll see the backside of the wall and make sure there are no gaps. It doesn't matter if the bricks are slightly inside the door frame. It won't be visible. And just adjusting some of the walls so we can avoid the flickering later on. This is the final product for this tutorial. In the next tutorial we'll start on the beams and the upper part of the house.